fan, or, we gave her lines.
Here's where we got some heat. Did you have people slide into your DMs? I had a couple of people slide into my DMs and they said, she is not an actress. We can promise you that. She is legitimately his assistant. So what are your thoughts?
All right, well, slide into my DM so I can block you and be rude to me. You know what it is? If you are rude to me, no, if you're rude to me like a puss, like with your 2-inch dick, if you're rude to me, I guess I'm riled up today. If you're rude to me in my DMs, like if we've never exchanged anything and you're now in my DMs rude to me, you get blocked. If you want to be rude and leave a nasty comment, like disagreeing or whatever, for the world to see, I'm okay with that. Leave a comment, leave a public comment on YouTube, leave a public comment on both Instagram accounts. I don't care. If you're like in the DMs and you got something to point out to me, it's just so easy to block. You know what I mean?
Should have saved the
So no one slipped into my DMs,
right.
but
Well,
don't bother. Just leave a nasty public comment. If it goes like really low, I might probably block you, but I really don't care about the comments. Just, some people get blocked. Just let me tell you something. There's no rule to who gets blocked. It depends on the emotions of the moment. But he said, even though he's a doucher, he is standing by his friend and he went and there was emo night and Scheana is living her best rock star life because Good as Gold is now being performed an emo version.
yes.
And Schwartz missed her set. And Tom Sandoval is basically then talking about his birthday party. We flash back to that, and he is saying, thank God for Jason and Billy Lee and Kyle Chan, for all the people. I would stand by him if he were my friend. I already said that last time. I stand by my friends. This is when you find out who your friends are during when you're kicked and you're down like a dog.
That is true. That is true. And my grandmother always told me you have as many dear friends as you do thumbs. So just pick
Yes.
them wisely, because if you have two very, very loyal people to you as friends in your lifetime, you are very lucky, because most people will not be when the going gets tough. So
100. 100. And let me tell you something. Don't know what my point was, but they won't be there on your deathbed. That's my saying. Is
I
this
will with
person
all
going
my
to be the?
children though, because I want a Louis, so I will be there and I will be.
All right, you know what? Well, let me categorize the Louis. I'll take pictures and
I
you
want
can
the
pick.
Louis
You
sandwich back.
can. Oh,
No,
that's
no,
a good one.
no, the morphine is being turned up, but can you just could you write on this note here that I can have the sandwich back?
All right, you want this? Let me tell you something. Can I just tell you something? That I was in Louis this weekend when I was in New York and I saw, well, my guy is like coming and also said, he was like, you don't realize. He's like, you and this one dermatologist are the only two people in this store who got, like, this was an all-out fight to get that shopper back. And he's like, there's only one other person in our store that got it. Everyone else we had to turn down. I said, you didn't have to get it from me, but our relationship, you would never. That's it. I literally said, I will never come to you again. I will find a new personal person. I said, this is the bag that will break our relationship.
I
Threats work. Go on.
they're getting ready to pull you off life support, and Ethan's here, and Sam's here, and Ramona's here, but just move your one finger if I can have that Louis.
You can have the
They'll all
shopper
be
bag.
Luann's here. Luann's here.
Luann, no, Luann gets a Lily. Speaking of which, we were going to see the Countess this Friday, and the Countess has rescheduled due to some family, stuff. So I just hope her
Also,
mom is okay. I mean, Luann's mom is like, I can't even, like, amazing, like 93, I think, and just so youthful. And there's a reason Luann is keeping it together. So I hope everything's okay. But we'll go on March 22nd to see Lou at the Wiltern in LA. I'm still going to be here at that
I
point.
am okay. I am very entertained by this season. Yet I don't know what season we're on, but I am
I
entertained by.
thought last week you said you're done with the season of Vanderpump Rules and you hate it. Have you come around?
Now I like it. It's very enjoyable light viewing, It's very easy to view. You can go and make your oatmeal and come back and you haven't missed a thing. Now, after I made my oatmeal, I did come back into the scene at Tom Sandoval's birthday party, and I want to know what you think as the Bravo insider that you are.
Talk to
He's
me.
talking to Billy Lee, and Billy Lee is saying to him, have you been in touch with Raquel? Have you heard from Rachel? What's going on? And Tom confesses his love again. He's done this several times, that he was in love with her and she will not return phone calls. He wants to make sure she's okay. Do we feel that this is sincere, or do we feel that this is Tom Sandoval realizing that the only maybe like redeeming thing that could make him like somewhat of a human being is to be in, to pursue this woman because I had to have this affair with her because I was so in love with her. Where did you stand in that moment?
I mean, look, I always have to go with my gut. People tell me I'm very cynical. Kyle and Mauricio break up. I, have go and take a shit because it doesn't mean anything to me. I'm like, of course they did. You're going to be shocked at this one. Without overthinking it, look, everyone love what is love, right? So, do I believe Tom has narcissistic tendencies? Yes. Do I think he was in love with Raquel? I do. I really do. I think that what is there not to love? I mean, you're 40, she's 28. She is, to me, very attractive. She just walked in 2 fashion shows in New York. She's at the Fashion Week. So when someone's like, you see that woundedness and they look up to you with doe eyes, like you're the big rock star. I do think that Tom was in love. Now, whether this is an adult, healthy version of love is a whole nother story. I believe him. I don't think it's for sympathy. I think he really was upset she didn't call on the birthday, and he really was trying to reach out. And I mean, everyone comes for Raquel. You know what? From where I'm standing, this is like a powerful person that went and, I mean, hello, Shannon Bedore, hello, others. Like, she went and got help and was at the Meadows and now has really left the show where she could have made several $100,000, according to Lisa Vanderpump. I think he was really in love with her. I do.
She's got a top trending podcast, which I said, she launched, I think, a month or two ago. And I said, if in a year she is still in the top 200 overall podcasts, I will be out in a bikini in West Hollywood with David Yontef filming, saying, I apologize to Raquel. So
I don't understand the
a top
podcast.
show.
I
Oh,
don't
you know?
understand. Anakin Koses. Here I go again telling people, remember last week Patty called, now we have Anakin Koses. Hold on. Give me 15 and I'll call you. Guys, it's not going to be 15. I really got to start picking these people up, right? So we can
Man who says he has zero friends, no, like this is he's got a new life.
Let me tell you, a lot of people slipped into DMs and they're like, why the fuck didn't you pick up Patty Stanger? So now
I agree.
we could have just had Anakin Koses from Miami Housewives on. I'm on air.
Well, the only thing I want to hear from her is the Larsa Pippen breakup.
I could have picked you up
Michael Jordan's son there.
I can't.
Is gotta say, I mean, if I were single,
I said I'm on air. I could have picked you up for a cameo. All right, I'm gonna start picking up these people when they call.
Okay, so you do not understand Raquel's or Rachel's podcast, Going Rogue. Why don't you understand it?
Because I understand she's talking. It's not a knock. I understand she's talking about mental health and Vanderpump Rules, but eventually, I mean, she can't be talking about like Vanderpump Rules and what Tom did to her in 2 years on episode like 1,000.